Hi, good afternoon. This is Mary with Mary's Blue Door. And today I just wanted to pop on for a few minutes and talk to you guys about the energy systems and what they are in their body. Because I can remember a few years ago when I started learning about, this sort of alternative world of the yogis, and they would talk about chakras and energy systems, and I had no idea what they were. And that intellectual part of me and that pride didn't want to ask for an explanation when it seemed to them that it was like commonplace that everyone should know this stuff. So today what I want to do is I really want to give you the kindergarten version of what I understand the energy systems to be, and for you guys to be able to relate to how you feel them in your body. Because whether you've ever heard the word chakra before or energy system, maybe you've heard of it and kind of gone, yeah, I don't believe that's kind of like those yogis do that stuff. I don't know anything about it and I don't want to know anything about it. So I just want to explain to you the feeling in your body that you have experienced that is actually coming from those energy centers, just to kind of demystify it a little bit. So we have 7 energy systems in our body, 7 primary systems, and they run up and down through the center of our body. And the first one is the root chakra, and that's at our tailbone. The one above that is called the sacral chakra, and that one is located just below your belly button. The third one is the solar plexus, and this one is about 2 inches or so above your belly button. Our heart chakra, our heart energy system, is the one here right in the middle of our chest. I think we're all kind of aware of that one. Our next one, our 5th chakra, is here in the throat. It's known as the throat chakra. The 6th one is located right here between our eyebrows and back a couple of inches. And that one is our 3rd eye. And the last one that I want to talk about today is the crown, which is right here at the top of our head. So what are these systems and how do I know I have them and what are they all about? So the root chakra is all about our survival. And that is that energy of the root chakra has to do with our need to have a roof over our head, food on our plate, and love. So if you have ever experienced a life-changing event where you felt the rug was pulled out from under your feet, that was your root chakra being shook up. Okay? And I think a lot of us have felt that. Pause 1 moment, my kettle's going. I'm going to turn it off. I don't want that noise distracting. So that's our root chakra. The next one above that is our sacral chakra. And now our sacral chakra, that has to do with our creativity. So that's our ability to, create art, write. It's also our reproductive. That's the real way of creation, right? And it's kind of to do with our human nature. These first 3 that I'm going to talk about are about our natural will. So it could be our ability to create a meal, any way that we create in the world, okay? And so this one has to do with butterflies in our tummy. Because we often feel that, before we're going to perform, before a speech, right? Because that's a creation. We've created a speech and now we're going to put it out there, right? Or you've created a piece of art and you're going to show somebody, you're kind of nervous. So we often feel butterflies in our tummy. So that's the sacral chakra, okay, being affected. The third one is the solar plexus. And this one has to do with our willpower. And if you've ever felt that gut punch, where you just feel like someone just sucked one to you, energetic, and you just feel it, even though nobody has hit you. And that's your solar plexus. And that usually gets hit if somebody just does something that completely, we feel our power has been taken from us, okay? So that's how you will feel that. Or heart chakra, that's what you're going to feel when you see those little puppies and kittens and your little heart goes, oh, or you see a little baby and you're just like, oh, and so, you might feel tingling, you might just feel those heartstrings being pulled, right? So we can all relate to that. So that's all got to do with, being loved, giving love, feeling love, all of those good things. Now, those first three chakras I talked about, they were to do with the human nature or natural willpower. The heart is kind of the bridge between our natural and our divine energy centers. So the next three that I'm going to talk about are more have to do with our divine nature, and the heart is the bridge between the two, okay, kind of the overlap point between the two. So our first one is that I'm going to talk about is the fifth chakra, which is our throat chakra. So you may have felt that if you ever got a lump in your throat and wanted to say something and physically couldn't get the words out. That's your throat chakra being activated, being affected, showing up. And so we may feel that sometimes when we're super emotional, or if we just are at a complete kind of gobsmacked and like have no idea what to say. So we will feel that energy, like it's literally almost a physical block and the words can't get out. Because this chakra has to do with our expression. It's the chakra of communication, but it's not just our words and the things we want to say. It's also our expression of our truth. Like what's true for me, what's important to me. And when we start talking about things sometimes that are really truthful for us, it can be difficult to get them out because it feels vulnerable. And so we may feel that coming up. So, you just breathe through it and that'll help to be able to get out whatever you need to get out. But for right now, I just want you to kind of recall that in that feeling so that you know and can remember what that was all about. The sixth one is the third eye. So this is the one that we feel like when we suddenly get that, aha, I get it. Or we have like a perception change in something. We suddenly see something from another angle and we can and the light bulb goes off, that feeling, that's that third eye, okay, being activated. It's our intuition. And the more that we can work with that, the more that will be brought into our life. And our intuition is such an important thing because so often, we often hear, ruled by your heart or ruled by your head, but really we want to be, governed by our head, our heart, and our intuition. Because our intuition comes from our soul. And that's, again, it's got to do with our divine nature. And so this is our divine intuition, our divine inspiration that we have. So ways to work with that, if you're interested, is, you can just, when you're meditating, just literally just bring your attention to this area between your eyebrows. And you can do this for any of the chakras. There's sounds that you can do, and we'll talk about that maybe at another time. The seventh energy center is the crown. And this is right at the top of your head. And this is actually where we can receive from God. And sometimes when you feel super connected, you feel, we talk about, being connected to the heavens. And this is the portal, so to speak, where we can receive that divine communication. So those moments when you're trying to figure something out and a thought pops in that didn't come from you, or an idea, or a shift of some description, that's your connection with your divine. Maybe it comes, after prayer. Maybe you pray about something and you sleep on it and you wake up in the morning and presto, you have the idea, and so that's our divine download. That is your portal. That is your cell phone area to connect with God, with the angels, with your guides, with the universe, with love, with source, whatever it is you want to call it. So I hope that this has demystified some of the thoughts maybe that you've had or things that you've heard about the chakras and the energy systems. And again, this was just a very, very, very basic introduction. By no means am I an expert in this, but I just always love to share what I know and kind of start at the beginning. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments and I'll keep an eye on this and come back and share with you what I know. And maybe next week or in the coming weeks, I will show you a little bit more information about different ways that you can work with these energy centers to enhance them, and also learn about how they really do affect our life. And because every part of us is, we're a holistic being. You know, there's our body, there's our heart, there's our soul, there's our mind, there's our energy system. And all of these, they're not separate. So they all interplay and affect and influence each other. And so when we can understand that and work with them, we can just bring about and manifest transformations and changes that we need in our life. And that's what I'm here to help you with. So, alrighty, I'm going to sign off for now, and I would love to hear your comments and answer any questions you may have. Have an awesome day. Take care. Bye.